Today I'm going to talk about the good and the bad things, especially the bad things about being a digital nomad in Colombia. Welcome to How to Expat. My name is Simon, and How to Expat, we help expats relocate. In this video I want to go into detail about how it is to be a digital nomad here in Colombia, especially where I live in Medellin, and especially one big setback that we experience with the people that ask us and the clients we have, because we run a business for, let's say, digital nomads or especially expats. There is just one big setback. I will talk about that at the end of the video, or more at the end of the video. But first, let's go about the good things of being a digital nomad here in Colombia, especially Medellin. So the thing is that the digital nomad scene is very, very well developed. So you have these kind of three hubs in Southeast Asia and Latin America, which are famous for digital nomads, which are Chiang Mai, Bali, and the other one is Medellin. So you find a lot of like-minded people. There are a lot of co-working spaces. There are English-speaking co-working spaces, mixed ones or only Spanish ones. So you can choose whatever you want, how local you want to go. It's really, really great. Another thing is that the amenities here are amazing. So you can have fast internet if you want. We don't really experience too many blackouts. So I'm from Switzerland. We have as many blackouts as we have in Switzerland, and that means something. It's maybe 10 times a year. The internet goes out maybe once or twice a month for 10-15 minutes. I think the longest what we had where we didn't have internet was maybe an hour or something. So it's really, really good amenities, and you really can count on that, even if your business depends on, I don't know, a live chat, or you have to bring out some documents at a certain amount of time. You can do that, and also you're always able to have a backup, let's say a mobile hotspot. So if that doesn't work, you still have good internet throughout the whole cities of Colombia to be able to send data via the mobile network. So that's these are very good points. Then another thing is, of course, which makes it very, very attractive to live here, is the low cost of living. Especially if you make, let's say, more than $2,000 a month with some kind of job you have, you can live really, really nicely here in Medellin. And if you earn more than $4,000, like, you're set. Like, you can do whatever you want in the city. It's really, really inexpensive. For example, we have a whole video about that, but for example, I live with my wife here, and we spend around $1,200, $1,300 a month on cost of living. Which is amazing for the quality of life you get and stuff. So it's really, really amazing. Well, most probably you have been waiting on why it sucks to be a digital nomad here in Medellin or in Colombia in general, and that's one thing, and that only really applies for people that want to stay longer than 6 months. The good thing is, if you're from, let's say, a developed world country, you can stay in Colombia for 6 months, so you can come in. You usually have 3 months of a tourist stamp, let's say, tourist visa, and then you can extend that usually easily through the internet, so that you don't even have to go anywhere, and you can extend that via the internet, and then you get a PDF. You can print that out, put it in your passport, and that's it. And then means you get 6 months as a tourist. If you want to stay longer, so we have a lot of clients and people we know that want to stay here longer, and they're just digital nomads. No matter what age, let's say from 20 till 60, if they don't have a pension, it's just very, very hard. That's regarding the visa. If you have a pension, like Latin America and also Colombia are open for you, you can get a retirement visa very, very easily. If you don't have that, then there is where kind of the issue comes in. You can go easily to Panama, you can go easily to Costa Rica. They have very, very easy visa structures, and even if you're not able to get a visa in those countries, you can do what people call border hopping. So you just go out every 3 months, you spend a day in Nicaragua or in wherever bordering country, and then you can come back in. They give you another tourist stamp, and people have been doing that for decades, right? as soon as you go to South America, it gets a little bit more difficult to get a visa. And of course this applies to Colombia. So let's say in Ecuador it's a little bit easier, but we're talking here about Colombia. It's just very, very hard. If you don't have a lot of money, if you don't have a job, it's just, and if you're not planning to get married, which is a whole other topic in itself, it's just very, very hard. We have tons of people on our consultation, so people can book consultations with us. The link to that is in the description down below. But anyway, we have tons of people asking us there. They don't have a pension, there are no military vets, so they don't have a military pension. And yeah, they don't have the money to be able to invest in real estate or anything like that. So okay, Sam, tell me now what can I do? And then we always have to tell, it's just really tough. There's no real straightforward way to approach that. And in contrast to the Central American or many Central American countries, you cannot just border hop. So either you have a visa and you can stay for a year or longer, or you can't. There is always the choker option, which is the student visa. So there is a, let's say, a light version of a visa you can get here, which is valid, I think max is around a year. But this visa has a drawback of you have to spend money for Spanish classes. Of course, it's around I think $400 a month, and you have to have that in your budget, right? The second thing is usually, not all of them, but some schools we know that are able to provide a visa don't have the best reputation of learning Spanish, which kind of means that yes, you're learning Spanish, but maybe from a school that is not the best for you. So that's kind of a setback there. And then the second thing is, there's a little kind of trick people have been doing or are still doing at the moment, where they just come in as a tourist, come in as a tourist, then they're gonna get a student visa, and then gonna be a tourist, student, and have been doing that for years. But they're cracking down on that. So we have heard people that are not able to do that anymore. I've seen lawyers talk about that this is not the case anymore, that you can do that. So if you can do it or not, I don't really know, but I just know that it's not as easy as it was in the beginning. Or a couple of years ago, where people just did that. They were students, tourist, student visa all over a couple of years. So that's really a big setback of being trying to be a digital nomad, especially long term here in Colombia. And that's a question we always get. So the only real tip I can give you, unfortunately, I don't have the perfect solution, is either you look into being a student and getting a student visa, and other than that, just come here and try to find a way. Maybe find a job, maybe find a volunteer organization you can do some work with, and kind of negotiate some kind of deal that you get a volunteer visa, but don't really have to work full time, because most probably if you're a digital nomad, you have a job you have to do from Monday to at least Friday, right? So yeah, this is the only real tip I can give you. Other than that, you just have to put a lot of money down for an apartment, put a lot of money down for a business, and other than that, there's no real option. Yeah, I'm sorry that I couldn't give you kind of a better ending to this video, but that's just how it is. We try to keep it real here at How to Expat. Again, if you want to book an expat consultation, the link to that is in the description down below. And if you want to support the videos we do, we just opened up a Patreon account where you can support creators like my wife and I at How to Expat, so we can do this video without having to worry about if we can sustain that financially, because if you know, or maybe not know, you cannot do a lot of money through YouTube itself. So that's just, we do these videos for our business and to help the community, or the expat community. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope this video helped. See you in the next one.